In this video, you're going to see my most interesting drawings from January to December 2024. Stick around till the end because the growth in skill will surprise you. Note, some of these dates might be inaccurate because I have changed my device several times now and I've lost track of creation dates. Number 1. January. This was the first drawing I made this year. It's actually a redraw of one of my older drawings. It was to measure how much I have grown. Next, I did these cool elements / material studies. Pretty nice. This one's my favorite. Next, we have these studies of my characters, Amaterasu and Natron. They were created for the same reason I did the material studies. I was working on a comic story that I later ditched, but more on that later. Number 2, February. This is a power system chart that I created for my discontinued comic to Kaku. I didn't even remember why I stopped. These are more character design sheets. Wow, I didn't realize I made really detailed character sheets. Cool. Number 3, March. This one is still my favorite till today, even after so long. There's just this appeal I get from it. A true masterpiece. Next, this cool portrait of Yuki. Now, this was the former concept design I had for him. He still had the heterochromia and albinic hair before I decided to give him straight up albinism. Here's another sweet piece I made. The rendering looks a bit muddy, but it's still a very good piece with a little story. Number 4, April. This is the most detailed piece till date and the one with the most time spent on. This drawing took me a whopping 13 hours to complete. Why are Genshin Impact characters so detailed? I also tried drawing Furina, but I gave up on her. Next, dinner date. I wanted to inject a bit of lore into this one, but the food looks anything but appetizing. I bet it can be used as skunk repellent. Number 5, May. Next, sun-kissed skin. Man, I should really learn how to name my painting. Anyway, this was a light study to improve my skin rendering and understanding of light and shadows. I learned it from this Sam video, and this is the original reference. Next, we have childhood friends. This is one of those story injected art pieces. It's kind of cute, don't you think? But I should really work on my hand anatomy. Next up, the strongest. This vibrant piece was a total blast. I wanted to draw Gojo and Sukuna, but I didn't know who to draw first, so I decided to draw them both conjoined and together. Next, this rush piece of Song Jin-woo from Solo Level. Okay, let's move on. Number 6, June. Uniben Anatomy. Honestly, I don't know where I get these names from. This was an anatomy study I did for male and female bodies, which I have created videos on both of them. You can check them out in the description after this video. Remember, draw your characters naked so you can get the anatomy right, but please remember to put on some clothes on them. Cool portrait. Here's another portrait of Yuki. Cool. Number 7, July. Terraforming. In this series, I did some background studies using Philips Hue art as references. That guy is a goat. You should totally check him out on Instagram. Number 8, August. This is the infamous series, the Chibi August. That month, I think I decided to let go of everything and design Chibi characters. Aren't they adorable? I even designed a Chibi version of myself. He's so cute. Number 9, September. First, we have Gelato. You are in for a sweet surprise. This is one of my OCs. Look at the rendering. Sweet. No pun intended. Next, I did some of my OC's portraits. The guys turned out okay, but Ami, I don't know what happened to her. It's difficult to get female proportions while it's much more easier for me to draw male characters. I need to do more studies. Next, character sheets. This was around the time I started my webtoon. I actually want to turn my story into an animatic series, but that was a bit unrealistic. Number 10, October. First we have the Silver Fennec. This is Yuki in his fox form. It's inaccurate. Kitsune Pops don't have 9 tails at the start, but a cool piece nonetheless. Next up we have Death Hound. This is a cool drawing of nature. That's all. I don't want to spoil anything that happens in the cartoon. And finally for October we have the Red Vixen. Again, I don't want to spoil what happens in the story, so moving on. Number 11, November. First we got Private Night Watch. This is one of the antagonists in my webtoon. This is a very beautiful piece. Perfection-ish. Next up, Pause. That's the title. This was my first pause art challenge. I don't know what to call it. Dragon Daddy? Nope. Up next, Swoon Sunset. Don't you love a good romance story? Just makes your heart jump. It's a shame my story is mostly action, but I can still inject human interactions and relationships in the story either ways. Number 12, December. First we have the Copycat series. In this series, I decided to copy the art style of 3 internet artists. The videos are in the link in the description. Check them out too. Next up, one of my favorites, Baby Carrier. It's so nice. The lighting is on point, perspective, and the environment is okay. The colors are vibrant. The story is heartwarming. And the last of my favorite art, Bossman. Now, I'm not referring to myself, but the main antagonist I created using my proportions. That's all, no spoiling the fun. By the way, I just discovered that you can draw digitally with the HB pencil using the end tip. That is insane, oh my god. And that was my favorite drawing for 2024. That's been a hectic year, and now a new year is here. Thanks for all your support. Subscribe to see more of my art journey, and goodbye. Are we done yet? Oh, finally, it felt like an eternity.
Hey, the camera's still rolling.
Oh crap.